And that's it, we're going at Whilton Mill. Round 5 is underway as they go into Oblivion for the first time. Oscar TEUTEN in the number 77, I think he's been able to hold on to it. No, he hasn't. He's been, it's the 18 of Josh AGAMBAR who's got to the head of the field. They all splay out as they often do in Honda Cadets, heading through Christmas Corner for the first time of many today. They will work their way through the top of the circuit now, through that right-hand Inkermans. AGAMBAR feels the need to go defensive as they head it downhill into Ashby Hairpin, and then it's through the two mid-sector left-handers of Wilkins and Oziers. There's a pass there for the lead, is it? That looks like it might have been, who was that going through there? It's the 34, meaning it's Jaydan GREGG, who's had a fantastic start there to get himself up to that position. Through the boot for the first time. Important to string these series of corners together well, ready for paddock corner, side by side through paddock corner as well as they come round to finish to the first lap. It is indeed Jaydan GREGG who leads. Oscar TEUTEN's got back up to second. Josh AGAMBAR is third. Then it's Rylan, ECHBERG, Joe CHEEK, Ethian SYMONDS, Wesley, SWAIN, Alfie Richards, Timo Youngling and Ralph Youngling to round out the top 10. Here we are with our leaders. Oscar TEUTEN right on the tail of Jaydan GREGG. Got good look messages coming into for him via Facebook. I'm getting the Facebook comments in the comments box as well, folks. There's many ways you can interact with me here in the box. But Jaydan GREGG had a brilliant start to get up to the lead of this one as they work their way through Oziers onto the back straight. You can see Jaydan ducking his head there, trying to get any aerodynamic advantage he can, because of course Oscar is in his slipstream and will have a bit of an advantage there down the straights. This is karting, of course, not massive aero formula, but every little helps in these Honda Cadets. Good little battle going on there over fourth place. Ethian SYMONDS currently leading the way there. So you've got Josh AGAMBAR there, a little bit by himself there in third place for now, but ready to pick up the spoils if these two start fighting. For now, though, you've got to think they'll employ the tried and tested sprint race formula of not battling too much at this point, get away, break away from the pack, and then at the end is when you start, when the gloves come off, if you like, and the battle begins. Spencer Brown, number 11 with a contact warning. He's trying to come up through the field in this heat, and he is the points leader within this class coming into today, you remember, so he's looking to get on up the field, but needs to make sure he's doing it cleanly, lest he attract the attention of the course. Here they come then, onto lap number 4. Good little battle going on there. That was the battle of 8th place you just saw coming through shot at the end there. That was Sonny Mortensen, I think, going for a move on Alfie Richards. We're here with the battle over, this is 5th place still. And I think that is Joe CHEEK, who's just got by on Ryan ECHBERG. Shumagave will get contact warning as well. Yeah, it is indeed Joe CHEEK now ahead of ECHBERG. So there's been a change there, I think, as they come through the boot. Yeah, Ethian SYMONDS, that was the other thing happening as well there. Ethian SYMONDS in the 23 now ahead of Josh AGAMBAR. So change for 3rd place and a change for 5th as they head up the hill. And now the 92 of Wesley SWAIN is looking to go past ECHBERG, and that's nicely done on the brakes into Christmas Corner. Classic textbook overtaking point around the Whilton Mill circuit, whichever layout you're using, to be honest. We're of course using the international loop here, as you can tell by the way they're now going through Wilkins and Oziers. If you were doing that and they were running the national loop, you would be, well, you'd be having a bad race because it'd be the wrong track as they come onto the back straight here. As I say, still GREGG and TEUTEN, who are just up ahead of this lot, working together at the moment to try and bridge that gap. We'll look over the shoulder there from Joe CHEEK to check where the now 92 of Wesley SWAIN is, because that is the change that we saw at the start of the lap into Christmas Corner. This is the battle over 3rd place. Ethian SYMONDS, a couple of laps ago, got past Josh AGAMBAR in the 18 there. So Jaydan, GREGG and Oscar TEUTEN out from Ethian Symonds and Josh AGAMBAR in that third place battle. Joe CHEEK, Wesley, SWAIN and Rylan ECHBERG together on track. And then it's some 4 seconds back to another good battle going on between Timo Youngling, Sonny Mortensen and Devon Nolan and Alfie Richards as well. Plenty of battles going on throughout the field. Aston McAndrew-UREN is on the move. He just made up 2 places on the last lap, and Charlie Clifford as well just got himself up into 19th place there. So plenty of battles happening throughout the field. Keep your eyes peeled on that left-hand timing column. And as I say, don't forget, live.alphatime.co.uk, click on the Whilton Mill Kart Club. For those of you who maybe weren't tuned in last round, they reprofiled the curb on the final corner here. And it's meaning drivers are having to take things a lot more cautiously through Paddock Corner, that last turn on the circuit. I think it's a case of trying to of doing prevention, not cure. It's trying to just slow people down a little bit into Paddock Corner, because there's not, considering the speed of that corner, there's not a huge amount of runoff there before there is the Tech Pro barrier. So I think it's understandable why they've gone for that, but they've done it by making the curve very sharp. Here we go then, look from Wesley SWAIN to get back past ECHBERG, because ECHBERG got by last lap and he's got the job done into the boot. Here they are now heading towards the Paddock Corner I was talking about. You can maybe just make out that it's a slightly different profile on the curve there now. That's on the inside curve. Further back, this is the battle over 8th place, where Devon Nolan has just got to the head of that one we just saw going through shot. But here's the order now for 5th place. Joe CHEEK, Rylan ECHBERG now back up into 6th, and then Wesley SWAIN, as we've got a minute and a quarter left on the clock. Still Jaydan, GREGG and Oscar TEUTEN out front, and you've got to think, if TEUTEN is going to make an attempt at the race lead, and he's done very well to keep in touch with him, you'll maybe just see them flash through the back of your shot there, then he might fancy a try for the lead of this one in the closing stages. There on shot now is Ethian Symonds, who's now bridged the gap slightly to Josh AGAMBAR. And then is the battle between CHEEK, ECHBERG and SWAIN that we've been focusing on the last few laps. The gap between GREGG and TEUTEN at the front, just 0.6 of a second though. So TEUTEN is still within pouncing distance. Here they are. TEUTEN, yeah, just looking at visually now, TEUTEN will need to close the gap just a little bit. MACANDREW-UREN still making the ground. He just got past Alfie THOMPSON, and Wesley SWAIN got back past Rylan ECHBERG. We saw that one in the boot last lap. Johan Kalicher lost a few positions on that last lap further down the order. You can see he's now down in 19th place on the sides of your screen. Clock has now hit 0, so the next time the leaders come round, it will be to start the final lap, as indeed happens now. So we're on the last lap, and Jaydan, GREGG has responded to any pressure coming from TEUTEN. He's just set the fastest lap of the race. So Jaydan, GREGG in the 34, here he is being followed here by the 77 of Oscar TEUTEN, has done exactly what you need to do at the end of the sprint race. Once you've bridged the gap from the field, then start hammering the lap so that the person who's tried to stay with you hasn't got an answer. There's some traffic coming into play there, which is I didn't quite catch who that was. It might be the 83 of Alfie Richards. I'm not sure that was Alfie Richards actually. But either way, the leaders have dealt with it perfectly. And Jaydan, GREGG, well, this is going to be a textbook example of how to drive an 8-minute go-kart sprint race. He rounds the final corner and crosses the line. Jaydan, GREGG will take the win in Heat 1 of the Honda Cadets for round 5 of WMKC 2019. He gets his day off to the perfect start. Remember, this is all accumulating points for the finals. Oscar TEUTEN finishes second, Ethian Symonds in third, fourth for Josh AGAMBAR. In the end, it's Joe CHEEK, Rylan ECHBERG, and then Wesley SWAIN. So ECHBERG did manage to get him back, I think, on the last lap there in the 5th, 6th, 7th battle. Devon Nolan takes home the bragging